Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, all the volleyball lovers and all the stakeholders. We are the Malkia strikers, the flag bearers of the national team when it comes to volleyball. And we are here to talk about some issues. Some are good and some are bad. But at the end of the day, we need to speak out because they always say a problem shared is a problem half solved. Yeah. This morning, we sat down as the Malkia strikers and we decided to make this video out. And this video, as much as it might be paining some people, we just had to make it. Now, we began our national team training all the way back, and we began the training at a very high note because we are so much prepared for the World Championship. We are here to make a mark, and just the same way we did on the previous tournaments. We decided that this year we were supposed to make it even more better than we did it at the previous meetings that we had in the international level. We began our training when we were 29 players, and we began the training in Nyayo Stadium. The training was so good. We had everything that we could get at that moment because a lot of things were colliding with the national government, which is the CHAN that was being held. And of course, as a nation, we are so proud to be one of the hosts of the CHAN. And our counterparts, the Harambee Stars, are really doing a great job, and we really congratulate them. And congratulations from the Malkia Strikers, Harambee Stars, and we wish you the best as you face Madagascar in the quarterfinals. And we shall be really behind you, though from the comfort of our hotel rooms where we are right now. Now back to volleyball. We started the training when we were 29 players. Everything was well good until the number had to be trimmed all the way back to 20 players. Now from there we had to also again work extra hard. And from where we were at 20 players, we were supposed to get into a residential camp since we were having a non-residential camp. We had 3 weeks training, and we were able to get, each one of us, all the 29 players got the allowances, and we got the allowances for the 3 weeks that we had our training. Now after the team was trimmed all the way to 20, and we were now preparing to have the residential camp, that's where I think the problems began. Though from what we are getting, or from what we are being told, there was no money to get us into the residential camp. So we had to again train 1 more week as non-residentials. As usual, we always have the calendars for the year. The FFVB always releases calendars. Like as per last year, we already knew that we were going to be participating in the World Championship as the national team. And of course, if you already know we are going to participate, we were so sure that everything was going to work out so smoothly because they've already prepared, they've already known the time that we're going to play. They've already known that there's a certain tournament that's going to be played and represented by the national team. It was so unfortunate that we never had that time to have the residential camp training for the bigger part of the time that we were in Nyayo National Stadium training for the World Championship. Now, as much as we were 20 players, we had to trim the number all the way back again to 16. But now, from the 16 now is when we had to get into the residential camp. There was still no money, no communication, no nothing. And that's where Mozartbet, one of our standing sole sponsors, came in. As you can see, some of us were still putting on Mozartbet because these are the people who have stood by us. They've always been with us all the time. They're the people who came in and they paid for, and they allowed us to get into camp because from what we are getting, the information we are getting from the Deputy President was there's no money to get us into camp. But because Mozartbet came on board, they allowed us and gave us the opportunity to get into camp, and we went to Summerdale Inn, and that's where we had our residential camp, and we're still training at Nyayo. As much as we were so happy to get into the residential camp, we were in the residential camp, yes, but there's still no money. We had not received the allowances that we had trained for the remaining period of time before we got into the residential camp. But the promise that we were getting was before we get into the residential camp, we'll be having the remaining allowances paid into accounts, or even if it was cash, But at the end of the day, we were all supposed to receive the money, the allowances, but it was unfortunate that none of us got the money. Now, from there, the story became, and we had a very big word that it became very common: tomorrow. Whenever we ask for money, tomorrow. We ask for allowances, tomorrow. We ask for anything, tomorrow. It has always been tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. When is this tomorrow? And when is tomorrow getting tomorrow? This is the question that we have been asking ourselves. When is this tomorrow? Because even as per now, if you ask for anything, they will say tomorrow. We have been struggling, but because we are Kenyans and we are so patriotic, we decided to train and kind of leave all those behind, because we got all the promises that we need. We had the promises in that before we travel, we were supposed to get all our allowances paid into accounts before we traveled to Vietnam. It didn't work in the name of tomorrow. We have been asking our federation bosses, that's the deputy president, led by the deputy president that is, but they told us they're waiting for the ministry. We got a chance to meet the Cabinet Secretary of Interior, the Cabinet Secretary of Sports and Heritage, and we had a meeting with him. He was so happy to host us. And in the back of our mind, we were supposed to say our grievances to him, but we were stopped. The captain said everything was sorted out. He talked to the person who was supposed to sort out everything, and as usual, we were promised, and we accepted the promise. Now, we were told that we were going to get everything that we were supposed to have, and fun enough, with less than 48 hours, we got tracksuits. We can't say that the best quality, yes, but at least we're so happy we got the tracksuits. We got some shoes, we got some uniform. But fun enough, the shirts, the uniform, all came from Mozambique. And this is again another time where we also stand by our sole sponsors, Mozambique, because if it was not for them, we wouldn't be having the uniforms, we wouldn't be having the training shirts, we wouldn't be having let me just say we wouldn't be having almost everything, because everything we are having in our bags is either written Mozambique or just Kenya, which are the tracksuits. Now, this is something that has been going on, and I think where we are right now, we're just requesting again Mozambique. From what we hear is you had released the money, and the money was used to pay some of our necessities that we are having. But we also promised again that you had released the money and you were supposed to be funded. Should we be asking who was given the money to the federation? Or should we be asking the federation who is holding the money? Or whom should we direct this question to, so that we can be able to get the allowances from Mozambique? Mozambique on their end, they already know. We are so well, we are good to go. Everything is so perfect. The girls are good, we are ready for the World Championship. They are wishing us all the best. But deep down we are like, we wish to tell you, but we are being given promises. And today we decided that let's call a spade, and we are tired. We are tired of the tomorrow, we are tired of the fake promises, and we needed to get answers. Who is holding our money as Malkia strikers? And when are we getting our money? When are we getting the allowances? We have been struggling, but there's nothing we can do right now. But we still have to play the World Championship. Our first match is tomorrow against Germany. And it's so sad that we shall be having the first match even without the training allowance that we trained in Nyayo. Also another training allowance that we did in Vietnam. And now the competition allowance in Phuket, Thailand. And it's so sad that we're making this kind of a video and we're a national team. Such videos should not be coming from a national team who is having a national office. But we had no choice but to let it out. Let it be known that Malkia strikers are not at their best. But we want to promise the Kenyans that we shall be doing our best at the World Championship to the best of our knowledge, with the support from the coaches and the technical bench. And we want to assure them that everything will be good. There's been a lot that has been going on. And if it was not for Mozartbet, I think even right now we would be where we are right now. We'll be putting on, everybody will be having Coca-Cola in shirts written, other stuff that maybe are not pleasant. People will be having their own uniform, but Mozartbet came in, and right now at least we are very uniform. Even if we go to the dining, as much as it's written Mozartbet, we are still happy. Otherwise, normally we need to be having all the sponsors on our shirts. At least we will be having the name Kenya on our shirt. But now we don't. What can we do? Let me welcome the captain of the Malkia Strikers to add some things maybe that I've forgotten, and maybe she'll finish it up.
Okay, we say one team, one mission, but for this, Kenya Volleyball Federation, we ask you to help us achieve that mission. We came here with a target, and we don't want to lose it. Bwana President, we are also your children. Motivate us. Bwana CS, you promised us that our money will come. Help us. We need something so that we can achieve what we came here to do. We are suffering, and that's why we are making this kind of a video. Everyone here is suffering. All the players are suffering. The coaches are suffering. But because we are patriotic Kenyans, we just came with one target. We are trying to let nothing distract us. We just ask the Kenyan people to move this video so that every of our grievances that we've raised will be achieved. Thank you so much, and we just pray that everything will be achieved soon. Thank you. Team.
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 Team.